So this is one of most important topic in lists and tuples or set and dictionary also. So list comprehension is today's topic. Okay, but what we will do, usually list comprehension most predominantly we will use in our tasks. Okay, tuple comprehension, we have to be when it comes to tuples, that time tuple comprehension, if required, we may write. Sometimes what happens is we have to be very careful with the tuple comprehension. What happens? It will also become as a generator if you are not typecasting. Okay. Apart from that, set comprehension and dictionary comprehensions also there, but we don't use that much frequently. But list two comprehension mostly we will use. Okay. Suppose see here, there are around five types of expressions we can write using list comprehensions. So these are all five types. Okay. Suppose if you are writing a for loop. Okay. How a list comprehension can be written? The first statement I will be showing here, where is equal to expression for item in list. Okay. Suppose L1 is equal to, let me open my terminal also. For I in list 1, okay, so we are writing for loop here. Okay, what we will do, we can append this list, see how the values are coming from here. So in the list values we are receiving through this I. For I in L1 we have mentioned it. So this list 1 we are iterating using for loop. We are getting each value one by one like this. So here we will create a L2. Okay. Now for I in L1, L2 dot append I. So whatever values we have displayed here, these values we wanted to keep it in this list. Okay. Now if you see, so it has created and appended. So this list we have created, assigned as blank earlier. Then we appended whatever we are iterating using for loop. We are appending to this new list. How we have done? For I in list 1 and L2 dot append, we have mentioned L2, we know that. So a list has append method. What it will do? So each element it will be added one after the other. So at the end it will be added, right? So that is append method. If we add one more element, that will come after this 84. Okay. Now what we wanted to achieve, list comprehension. Using same we will achieve. Suppose L3, See here, what we have done, this for loop, okay, we wrote the complete statement we wrote like this in a single statement. The for loop, whatever it is there in multiple lines, we can achieve using list comprehension. So let me explain on this. Okay, how it is happening here. L1 is there, L2 is equal to I for I in L1. Okay, simple. So earlier what we have written using for loop for I in L1, for I in L1 we have initialized L2 as blank and L2 dot append I we have done. Okay, so this was the statement earlier. L2 is equal to like this. Okay, so now these statements we have written in single statement. How it is? See, L2, okay, L2 we have initialized. Okay, so I it is appended to L2, right? Instead of this, I, so whatever I is there, we have kept here I for loop for I in L1, for I in L1. Okay, that's it. We have initialized to L2. Got it? Like this, expression for items in list. So these, instead of writing in three statements, we can write it in single statement. Let me give you one more example. Okay, so L1 we have, okay, L2 is equal to I plus, see, so I plus I for I in L1. So what is happening? Same one, 23 plus 23 46, 54 double, okay, and 65 double, 77 double, and 84 double. So how to write this in for loop? We have to, so we have already initialized L2, okay, for I in L1, L2 dot append, right? So instead of writing these three statements here, we are writing in list comprehension using list comprehension, simple single statement. Okay, got it? Another one, expression for item in list if condition. Okay, here on if condition they have added. So this is one type of expression. Okay, expression for item in list we have seen. Okay, expression for item in list condition, in list with the if condition. Okay, sorry. So here we have this list. Okay. Now L2 we are creating empty. For I in list 1, okay, this list, okay, whenever it is division, modulus 2 is what? Reminder. Whenever reminder is equal to 0 is coming, then we have to append that I into this list. So what we are doing here? Again, we are iterating each element in the list using this I. We will be getting each value, and each value we will be checking whether it will be divided by 2, remainder is coming as 0 or not. So once if it is 0, then we will append that particular I value into list 2, right? So here it means all even numbers what are there here, those even numbers it will go to list 2. Let's see. Okay, let me take this. L2 empty I have created for I in L2, sorry, L1, I modulus 2 is equal to 0. Not I. See here, only even numbers we got it, right? So same thing. So instead of writing this much, we will achieve using our uh, list comparison. So I made it as L2 blank now. See here, no L2 right now. Earlier we have L2 values, now no L2, means no values in L2. Okay. Now how I am writing here? Take this I into list. Okay. So what is the expression here? If you see expression for item in list, okay, for item in list it has to come after expression. So we have written expression. What is this expression? I we want, I we are keeping in L2, right? So L2 I we want. So what we have to write? For item in list. So what is this? For item in list, L1. Okay, paste. Then what is the next one? If condition, right? What is if condition? See this? We got L2, right? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this way we got second one. Okay. Now another condition. See here, expression for item in list, if condition and another if condition. So multiple if conditions. Okay. How to write? So same list we will take. See here, this is the list. Okay. And L2 we have initialized to blank. Now iterating each element using this for loop for I in L1. Okay. Then we are verifying if any of the values is modulus 2 is equal to 0. Okay. So once modulus 2 equal to 0, okay, yeah. So once modulus 2 equal to 0, then again inside this it will be verifying whether that value is divided by 3 and remainder is coming as 0. Let us see for this list. L2 will be initialized to blank for I in L1. So out of these we have only 12 satisfying this condition, right? So same how to write in using list comprehension also. I made it as blank now, L2. Okay. Now I will be initializing with L2. I for I in L1. I modulus 2 is equal to 0. I see here, you got it. So we don't need to write this much. What we have done here, I we have taken, okay, and as per expression we have taken I, and for loop for item in list 1, so for I item in list, okay, then first condition and second condition, whatever the first condition is there we kept it, then second condition we kept it, okay, got it.
What is it?
So same one, suppose L3 is equal to I for I in range of 1 to 50. I modulus 2 is equal to 0. Then modulus 3. See here, these are the values satisfying both conditions L3. Okay, so that is about sorry, this condition. Okay, now we have one more expression 1. Okay, if condition else. Remember here, whenever you are writing if only if condition, so after for loop it is coming. Okay, if condition only if you are writing after for loop it is coming. Okay, whenever you are adding one else statement, so expression if condition else expression 2 then for loop is coming. Okay, means how to write this. L3 is equal to L2 dot N dot L. So L2, L3 are two lists. For each element, we are verifying in the list using I. If that I value, whatever value is receiving here from this, we will be verifying whether it is 0 or not. If it is 0, then append it to list 1, list 2. Okay. Else, if this condition is not satisfying, then write into append into L3. Okay. Let's see this how it is working. So we have L1. Now L2 is equal to L3 is equal to empty. Okay. So what we are doing this for I in L1 for I modulus 2 is equal to 0. L2 dot else L3 dot now if you see L2 and L3. So these all are divisible by 2, remainder 0 it is coming, else remaining all other values are coming into L3. Okay. So how to write this condition? Okay. In using list comprehension. Okay. So now we have L2 we have to initialize as blank, L3 is equal to blank. So now if you see we don't have any values in L2, L3. So what is the condition? What is the expression here? Expression 1 if condition, else expression 2 for item, right? Now this condition. So this is expression 1. If condition also we have written. Okay. Now else condition, else expression 2. Else expression 2. Okay. Now what is the next expression 2 for item and data? What is that? Okay. This is expected. This will come as none, but L2, L3 is once we are appending values into another lists. So this particular list comprehension it will return none only. That is correct. But we need what are the list based on these conditions we are doing. So whatever we have done with using for loop, so it is coming similar to similar output or not using this list expression we have to see. Okay, so this none it will come for all list comprehensions or any comprehensions. Whenever we are applying these kind of appends inside with conditions and all, it will come like this. Okay, so see here, so same output it is coming or not for this L2 L3, right? Got it? So that
Yes,
is
sir.
about, yeah, that is about uh, list comprehension with this condition. Okay, uh, I'll be pausing video here.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, fine. So last expression is expression 1 if condition, else expression 2 if condition, else expression uh, sorry, if condition 1 else expression 2. Okay, this is for this condition, this is for else expression 1. This is for if condition 2 else expression 2. Now in between for, okay, then condition. So any if with else conditions, then if condition also. So I have example for this. See here. Suppose L1 if L2 if L3. Yeah. Suppose for val in range of this one. Okay. So if condition if greater than 15, if greater than 15, then again if greater than 31. Okay. So that is for second condition. So inside this condition, if value modulus 3 equal to 0, then append. If value modulus 4 equal to 0, then append to another list. Else, so you know, right? Else if condition, this one. Okay, here at last else. Else is append. So same thing, how to achieve? Let's see. Okay, so first one L1. So first condition. Okay, condition 1 it came and sit here, then that conditions if condition. Okay, else, so here there is no elif inside a list expression. Okay, else, here else we will be writing this condition. Okay, so for this condition expression is this one, else. So if L2 dot append this one. Okay, if val modulus 4 equal to 0, then at last else if L3 dot append val into 10. Okay, so what is the for loop? This is the for loop. Okay, so 10 to 40, and conditions are like this. If these two conditions at last, you got it. First if else conditions we have written, so all these if else conditions, then for loop we wrote, then if conditions we have written. Okay, I'll show you how to do there in our yeah, terminal. So let us take one list from okay, 10 to 40 directly. So these three are lists you have taken. For I in range of 10 to 40, if I greater than 15, if I greater than after 15 days, uh, instead of greater than, again 15, anyways this condition it will be satisfied. We will keep some less than, less than 39 will keep it between it will be, right? Then modulus, if I modulus d is equal to 0, then this one dot I. Now here if I modulus 4 is equal to 0, then if underscore L2, this list will be appending for 4. First, else this list will be appended if underscore L3 dot and I. Okay. Now we see L1 if underscore L2 if underscore L3. So L2 is what? Which are divisible by 4. L1 is what? Which are divisible by 3. Remainder 0. Here L2 is divisible by 4 and remainder 0. Okay. At last remaining. So these are all values in between 15 to 39. Okay. All values, they are not divisible by 3 or not divisible by 4. Okay. Same we can achieve using list comprehension. Okay. Now L1, I'll make it as L1 is equal to empty, L2 is equal to avoid confusion, if underscore L2, right? And underscore L3. Now if you see, sorry, L1, we don't have values here. Now what we can do, we will write list comprehension. So instead of writing this completely single statement, we can write. How to write that? So let us follow our expression. What is this expression? Expression 1 if condition 1. Okay. So if condition with the else statement. Okay. So this is the one we are writing. So if condition with if condition, right? So what is happening here? We have to write this one. Okay. So if you want to keep it in some variable, you keep it. Otherwise, directly without variable also we can write it. Okay. Now we are copying this. Okay. There is no elif inside list comprehension, so else we will write. So what is this now? Now if condition, then At last, else. Okay, right, else. Okay, then for item. Then these conditions. Close the expression. You see now L1. So same L1 values has come. Okay. Now if underscore L2. See here. Now if underscore L3. Okay. We got it there. So now if you see this one here, okay, none. Okay, and this is what expected. All append values are going to other lists. Then this will be blank only. Okay, none, all non values. Okay, so that's all about